welcome to the immigration vlog.
Extremely sad to say goodbye to my colleagues. And you feel like you are making the wrong decision, that they could forbid us enter Latvia for the next 3 years. Oh my god, the color of this water is just unbelievable. I mean, like, it's impossible to believe that it's actually real.
Before you start watching this video, I really recommend you to watch this vlog because it will let you understand what is going to happen. I live in Latvia and I'm an immigrant here. My husband and I, we had this goal to immigrate to Sweden in the spring. And in this vlog, I'm going to tell you why it wouldn't happen, but we are still immigrating. And if you're interested where we are immigrating and what problems we are going to face, I will try and show everything in this video. So please keep watching. Today is a super gloomy weather. When I was waking up, I thought it was still night, but it's just dark everywhere. At least one happy thing is that we are immigrating to a country where it's gonna be warm and even hot. I know maybe you started watching this video because you really want to know where I'm immigrating, but I think it would be better to start with why we actually are not immigrating to Sweden. I've been studying in Latvia and I've graduated from bachelor's, and after my graduation I decided that I don't want to live here and that we need to move somewhere else. And our first option was to move to Estonia because, well, everything seemed more appealing. I had an opportunity to do my master's there. Both my husband and I, we will have the same rights in the country and we'll be able to work. But then, like last year, everybody knows that the war started. And of course, my plan didn't work out because Estonia stopped giving the documents and stopped accepting Russian students. The main thing in this story is that I'm Russian and I'm a Russian citizen. So I have my Russian passport that is causing lots of problems right now. So the idea of Estonia didn't work out, so the only option I had at that moment is to continue my studies in Latvia, and I entered the same university for my master's studies and I applied for prolonging of my documents to stay here. It's called residence permit. You have this document, you can travel across Europe, you can do anything. So we expected to get our documents in November. They said that they were not prolonging the documents and that they prolong the reviewing process till February. At that moment I was really panicking because my documents were going to expire in like a month's time. I thought that maybe I need to immigrate right now, but then we found out that we could actually stay in Latvia while this reviewing process is going on. Yeah, so we decided just to wait. Without documents you cannot travel outside. So yeah, it's been 4 months and the answer about documents should have arrived on February 3rd. It arrived earlier and I was really hoping that they would give us the document because in Russia they want to take my husband to the war, so we cannot go back to Russia. During this 4-month process of reviewing our documents, they also sent us additional questions about the war, about the Crimea, Ukraine, just because we are Russian citizens. And we answered all the questions, and now the reason why they're not giving us documents is because they need a letter where we are explaining why we gave those answers. I've been already super angry about that. It seems to me as if they cannot say no, we are not giving you the documents, and yeah, and my husband goes to the war, hypothetically, and they cannot say yes. Well, it seems to me just because we are Russian citizens, because, well, as far as I know, all other international students, they get their documents without any problems. Or prolonging our Latvian documents, the idea of prolonging was just to stay in a country for another year and to think where we could emigrate to stay there again for longer. And such an option was Sweden. So we wanted to immigrate to Sweden. In order to do that, we need to visit a Swedish embassy. But the thing is that in Latvia there is no Swedish embassy that would deal with immigration documents and stuff like that. So we need to travel somewhere else. In the countries where we can travel, Swedish embassy didn't want to accept us and our documents. In the countries where we couldn't travel, they're ready to accept us, and this is just the most stupid situation I've ever been to. We were going to go to the Swedish embassy in Berlin and really hoped to get these Latvian documents in order to do so. And now we're not having the Latvian documents most probably until June, and even in June there is a really low chance that they're actually giving us the documents. So we were pissed and angry, and we decided to just leave Latvia and go somewhere else. Since I have my beautiful Russian passport, my choice of countries where I can immigrate to, not coming back to Russia and making any additional documents, is very limited. There is a number of countries where I can travel with a free, and we were choosing from this list. And the country that we ended up with was Montenegro. Okay, I will explain why we chose this country a little bit later. I'm not sad about this anymore. I've been sad and I've been devastated about all of this. And I just decided to be positively excited about our new experience in Montenegro. So yep, let's see what we are going to face during this nice immigration. Hey guys, happy Valentine's Day! It's already February 14th and time flies. Oh my god. So I think it's time to tell you why we actually chose Montenegro. I will check out my phone because that's how I can see myself. Because my camera screen stopped working when I turn it into like vlog mode. So I'm filming like this. As I said before, the list of countries that we could choose from is not very long because we still wanted to stay in Europe so that the country didn't differ that much from the places where we lived before. The first thing that is cool is that they have euros there. It's good, yeah, because if we work there, if we start working there, then we can still earn euros, which in our times is not that bad. Then the second thing is that actually Montenegro and Serbia, they plan to be part of European Union maybe in 2025, and it's also good. So if we have local documents, then they will be just the same as I had here in Latvia. Even if it doesn't happen, then still with local documents I can go to any embassy, like European embassy in Serbia, and most probably they will give me a visa because with local documents it's much easier. Another good thing is it's like a complementary. It wasn't like the main requirement is that it's actually very warm and even hot in there, and they have sea. The sea, it's always good. I've been living here with the sea, but it's freaking cold. But again, the size of this country freaks me out because in the capital city only like 100,000 something people live, and I'm like, oh my god. I mean, like, I'm already tired of living in small cities, in small towns, because since the day I was born I was living somewhere like in a village like place. Then I moved to a bigger city. I really enjoyed living in Beijing because it was so big, so noisy, and I loved it about that. And I really want for us to find such a city where we would feel comfortable and everything would be cool. So we'll see if it's Podgorica. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So those are the advantages. However, there are really many disadvantages, I guess, but I think I better told you about them when I actually move to the country, so that I do not, you know, just retell somebody's opinions, thoughts, ideas and stuff. So yeah, that's why we're moving to Montenegro. OMG, it's snowing so heavily. Oh my god, I feel more and more okay about me going to Montenegro, because at least it's not snowing there, it's not that cold.
Well, now I need to go to the reception of the dormitory to say that that I'm moving out on March 1st and to write an application so that they return some money to me. So that's the plan. Oh god, just got a meeting with my manager at work. I was telling her that I'm going to immigrate to Montenegro, and it suddenly became so extremely sad that I was like on the edge of crying, or I don't know. Oh my god, it's so hard emotionally, because even though like I do not feel comfortable like in this country because of many things, it's still so hard to leave everything you got used to behind and to start everything from scratch. And oh my god, so I really trying hard to feel positive about everything that is going on, but sometimes it's just really hard, and you feel like you're making the wrong decision, and on the other hand, well, what else is left to do? It's just, yeah, I'm just tired of acting out of circumstances. It's like, it's really super annoying that like when you don't have freedom in anything you do, like where you live, where you work, where you study, it just sucks so much. So yeah, so I think today is one of the sad days, and it also happens. So if you feel the same, I can definitely relate. But I think important thing to remember is that after these days, good days come too. So I'm gonna wait for my good day. So we are on our way to my husband's friend because he invited us to his place. So we bought very classic honey cake that is super tasty here in Latvia.
For an accommodation is an actual disaster because, well, we've been choosing the apartments for, I don't know, for several weeks, and the thing is that even in Podgorica, which is not like, you know, the most popular, my computer doesn't want to shut up, so even in Podgorica, that is not like the most popular city in Montenegro. Even the apartments there, they're rented out like in several days, and I'm not sure that even if I reach out to people and say like, can you, I don't know, just book this apartment for us, I'm not sure that they will actually do it, because, well, of course they might want to rent it out to people who actually come and say, yeah, I like this apartment, let's do it, and not like us somewhere in another country who are only like coming, you know, in several days. But yeah, so I think the best way to look for an accommodation in Montenegro for the long period is to actually arrive there and go and see the apartments as soon as they are like published on the websites, because yeah, I've just yeah, checked the apartments that we chose like several days ago, and everybody says that yeah, the apartment is already rented. I'm like, no. So it's just annoying. I mean, like, I know, like, I knew that it would be hard, but it's just, you know, I never faced the problem of looking for an apartment, because in all other countries where I moved to, I usually lived at the dorms, and now I'm not moving as a student, I'm moving just as a person who needs an apartment. So it's a bit, yeah, it's a bit different. And yeah, and the same thing was with the job. I'm super pissed because no one responds, or everyone just rejects my application, and I'm pissed and annoyed because my CV is a can blast. Like, my CV is so good, and I'm pissed that everyone doesn't like it. So yeah, the mood is like this. Not very positive, and the room is already half empty, and it gets lonely and lonelier because I realized what is the hardest part of moving somewhere. It doesn't mean like another city or another country. It's a feeling when you do not have your home yet, because now this room is already empty. Well, it still feels like our home, but this feeling is leaving slowly. And the fact that in at least a week or maybe more, we will not have this sense of home and sense of safety, what home for me is just sad. Yeah, but I also think that home is about people. So I'm happy that I feel home with my husband, near my husband, and I'm happy that I'm not doing that alone, that I'm not moving alone, because that would be even harder. So yeah, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Yeah, but you can wish me luck in the comments, because I think that by the time I will have published this video, I will still have problems with apartment and with jobs. So anyway, I'll be happy to hear your support. Okay, so I'm in Riga. I left Ventspils and it was super sad, extremely, I should say. And yeah, I'm going to the office because I need to leave the laptop and stuff I used that have been given by the company. I will have my last meeting and my last lunch with the team. And it's going to be super sad too, but well, at least I will hang out for the last time. Well, but who knows, maybe we'll meet again. We'll see. So yeah, I'll spend these 2 last days in Riga, and tomorrow evening we have a flight to Istanbul first, and we'll have this like connection there. So we spend there actually many hours at night, which is not super cool, but whatever. Yeah, and we'll be in Podgorica on March 3rd in the morning. I booked us an apartment to spend first days there, and we will be actively looking for an apartment for rent. So yeah, hopefully we can find it fast, because I really don't want to waste any extra money on temporary accommodation. Pizza party. Sad pizza party. Okay, so I'm in the vintage store, and I actually found a pretty nice jeans that are my size, and they're saying that now it's 20% discount for everything. It's like a lucky 30 minutes. I don't know, so probably I'm taking those with me. First thing first, I love the architecture here, super nice. The second thing is that it was extremely sad to say goodbye to my colleagues, because they told me so many things, super pleasant, and pizza was great. Yeah, thanks Laura for choosing the right place, and yeah, and I just didn't want to go home because, well, I left my computer at the office, so I can't work really with my phone, so there's nothing for me to do in the apartment in Riga here. So I just went to the downtown, took some coffee, and yeah, wander around.
I just hope to be in focus. Yes, so we are in Istanbul, super tired because the airport is enormous and to find the exit out of this airport is even more difficult. But we finally done it. Now we need to go back to the passport control to go to the green area and to wait for our next flight. And we will need to wait for about 7 hours, which is a lot, but I don't know, I'm just super tired. Another super unpleasant thing that happened to us at the Latvian airport is the fact that customs took our Latvian documents and told us that we could be fined for like staying illegally in Latvia and that they could forbid us enter Latvia for the next 3 years. I'm like, what is wrong with your system? Like, why can't you cooperate and communicate with the immigration office well? Because the immigration office told us that we could legally stay in Latvia while our documents are reviewed. And this custom man, like main man at the airport, he said a different thing, and we were super, pissed because of all this shit. And we were like, just get the hell off. So yeah. Oh my god, the color of this water is just unbelievable. I mean, like, it's impossible to believe that it's actually real. Oh my god. This place is a place of contrast because there are some really ugly parts of the city and it's impossible to walk on the sidewalks, but at the same time the nature just blows you away and you're just standing here bewildered, not knowing what actually you're feeling or thinking about this place. So it's just Podgorica.
So we finally got to the apartment that I booked for us. From the shower, super tired, exhausted, and we've got super mixed emotions about Podgorica and about everything. Yeah, we haven't seen like the whole city and stuff, and we will go for a walk in the evening maybe, but again, yeah. But I wanted to show you one thing that I found at duty free, and it's the best chocolate ever. So if you see it, please buy. You can, like, if you like milk chocolate, you can buy the green one. It's with hazelnut, but also the red one is just milk chocolate without any additional flavors, and it's super delicious. Yeah, recommended. I think this is the end of this vlog, and in the next one I will show you how we are looking for an apartment, for the jobs, if we are gonna stay in Podgorica or maybe we are moving to another city, we'll see. So stay tuned and see you in the next video. Goodbye.